And we're here at the International Energy Forum. Ivan Marten joins me now. Thank you so much. Senior Partner Emeritus at Boston Consulting Group at BCG. Thank you so much for joining us. The discussion we've just had with the EU and IEF, this is a very important forum that we've had in place for several years now. What value do you think that this forum really brings to all of the partners who come here?
Yeah. I think the main value of this forum is that it puts together different regions of the world and creates a dialogue and a common understanding of the different issues and the different situations that we are facing going forward.
When we look at investment, particularly in the energy transition, it's not a clear science at the moment. I mean, it will take some time. But what's holding up investment, and is it policy that has to come before investment? Where do you see maybe the stumbling blocks at the moment?
Yeah. In general, the main restriction for investment is the lack of certainty on what's going to happen in the future and lack of, in some cases, a stable regulation that allow the investors to be, I would say, risk safer compared to other options. We also have a big problem is that we are demonizing the oil and gas industry and specifically, I mean, also the gas sector, and that prevents many of the investors to consider investing in something that we really need for the energy transition. We really need the involvement of the oil and gas companies, and we really need gas as a transition fuel for the energy.
And many of the big investors are really looking at, energy and looking at environmental issues when it comes to. Many of them are actually pulling back completely. What damage could this do to the future of investment in this sector?
Yeah, the big issue is that we need huge investments in order to face energy transition in all sorts of new technologies, but also in traditional energies. If investors avoid investing here, we may lose certain people that will be extremely important for the energy transition, and they need to be part of the solution.
And again, the danger, I suppose, of lack of investment in the short term is we could end up with high oil prices in the next few years if that big investment is not made in oil and gas right now.
Yeah, we could end up in situations that where we are going to face risk and we may have energy security problems and energy access problems.
Talk to me a little bit about what the International Energy Forum can bring to the table here. This has been in place now for about 20 years, and where do you see it strengthening and growing and perhaps in value and in strength in the years to come?
I think what the International Energy Forum brings is something that is very much needed, which is dialogue. And dialogue between the East and the West, dialogue between consumers and producers, and dialogues between the different technologies that are going to be needed.
When we look at technology that's happening here, who's leading? Is it a great, exciting time in the technology industry whereby this is a great time to explore new technology? And again, does it come down to the funding?
Technology is extremely important, and technology is going to be the game changer. And it's very difficult to predict. Every time we try to predict different technology penetrations, we always fail because we underestimated the power of new technology. But the problem is we need to be, I would say, technology agnostic. We need to be technology neutral, and we should aim towards reducing CO2 emissions rather than having a bias for one or another technology. Because, I mean, we never know what is going to happen in the future and where technology will bring forward.